Well, thanks for coming down, everybody. Plus Fitness Phillip Island 400, the first of our race days complete. Coincidentally, not that we'll know about it, that was the 50th ever V8 Supercar race or Australian Touring Car Championship race at Phillip Island. And it comes with a championship elect, I suppose we'll call it, because we're going to have to wait until Sydney to give the crown over once again to Jamie Whincup. But congratulations, Jamie. And also Scott McLaughlin joining us, not on the podium in the last race, but on the podium earlier with Gary Rogers Motorsports' first win on the island. But we'll start it off in the middle with Jamie. Congratulations. You did what you had to do, but in typical style, you like to do things with an exclamation mark, and you put one firmly on the championship just then.
Yeah, it's always nice to win to gather up the championship with a race win. It's a bit of a weird feeling because there's so much pride on the line tomorrow and at Sydney. I wish I could start the celebrations now, but yeah, no, we certainly don't want to let ourselves down come the last four races to go. So yeah, obviously it's been a fantastic year. Full credit to all the crew. Four to go. I think Saturday's 2 races on Saturday, but don't quote me on that. I'm only a driver. Yeah, so obviously the car was fantastic today. Most of all my championships, there's been 30 plus guys that have all been there right from the start since 2008. So I owe a lot to them guys. Car was fantastic again, and yeah, looking forward to the next 4.
Hey, who's counting?
Fizz yourself.
Hey, let's just review this championship. I mean, Winton was a shocker. It saw you fall behind the 8 ball a bit. Pukekohe, Perth, you're still lacking. It's Perth where you turned the ship back around and got the season back on track. Did you worry there for a moment? Did you think you weren't going to be here, especially wrapping it up with a whole round to spare? Yeah,
no disrespect to the other championships. They've all been solid dogfights right till the end. But this year's throwing massive challenges in front of us as well. And we were in a bit of a mid-season slump. Frosty here was a couple of 100 points ahead and so fast in the Sunday races, especially on the soft tyre, and we were well and truly off the ball. So, as I said, coming into the round, win, lose or draw, I was pretty proud of the way we were able to turn things around. It's been the 4th or 5th time we've been sort of behind the ball and being able to pick it back up. So yeah, that doesn't come easily. That comes from a lot of grinding going on behind the scenes. So yeah, I couldn't be prouder of my crew and what they've done, and they deserve this so much.
How many more of these championships can you win before you look inside yourself and think there's got to be another calling, there's another challenge out there for you?
Well, I was happy with 1, and then 3 was sort of a bit out of control, and the rest is sort of a bonus. So, yeah, as I said, it's a weird feeling. I can't describe it at the moment, but it's one of those things that I'm sure will mean everything when I hang the helmet up. Hopefully not too far or hopefully a long time in the future. But when you're in the heat of the battle, you just it's every race. It's one race at a time. You're just focusing on tomorrow. So yeah, I'm sure that number. No way that number's sunk in yet. But I'm sure it will. Probably a long time in the future.
You said this team's given you so much, especially over those last obviously 6 championships. Can you ever see a time when you're not driving for Red Bull Racing Australia?
Well, I certainly hope not. It's been a crazy era from Better Electrical to Vodafone to Red Bull, from Ford to Holden, all the different types of model cars, and we'll see another big change in a couple of years as well. So it's been an incredible journey for all of us. But yeah, to rack up number 6, yeah, is pretty cool. As I said, the number won't really sink in until probably a little bit at the end of the year, but then not for many years to come.
Let's take it over to the Volvo boy today after today's early action. And what was Gary's response? A lot of racing around this track, but never claimed that W.
He didn't actually realise that it was our first win at Phillip Island, but he was just like, yeah, got another one, just get on with it. So that's my best Gary expression. But he was pretty pumped, and I was stoked as well. I mean, every time you win a race is a special moment, and that was another one today.
Talk us through the race. It looked like you would just get your head down, get a gap, but when you've got guys like Lowndes, Whincup and Tander chasing you, over 1,000 races of experience, did you start to feel the nerves?
Yeah, it was pretty full on. I was just saying to Lowndes, I was pretty puffed because I was holding onto the steering wheel so tight, and the car was a bit of a dog, so I was just trying to sort of bring it home, and I was driving as hard as I could and to the grip that I could, and I knew where Lownsy had 2 goes at me, and I could block him in a Honda and block him into MG, and I had him there, but it was pretty fun, and it's the best way to learn how to race properly and race under pressure, and hopefully one day I'm racing for a championship like Jamie.
200 Ks around this place is pretty grueling. You look like you're feeling it right now. It's been a long season for you. How are you feeling? You look tired. You're not your usual bubbly self that you were back in Adelaide.
Sorry, that's my phone. I'm fine, man. I'm all right. I'm probably just getting older.
21 over the hill.
I don't know. I mean, I feel fine, dude. It's been a long year. It's been crazy. It's been flat out. I mean, there's a lot more, promotional activity and a few things now with Volvo and being a factory team. But I'm enjoying the experience, and I can't wait for next year. I really think we're going to have a good go at it. So, see how we go.
A few more pole positions, a few more race wins. Have you matured?
Yeah, I hope so. I think it's been crazy. I never thought, I was stoked to have 1 pole position this year, and then now I've got 9, and hopefully I keep getting more. But it's one of those things where we've just got to keep pushing on, and at the end of the day, I want to be here for a long time, so I've got to keep driving fast and winning races and get pole positions.
Good job today, mate. Let's have a quick chat to the man next to you. Grab the microphone, Craig. Try as you might, you just couldn't quite take a win today, but good for the championship, though. You managed to hop back into 3rd.
Yeah, I think that our car was good in the first race. Scotty drove really well. I think that we put pressure on him as much as we could, and the car had to look after the tyre, although it was only a short race. But the rear tyre gets a bit of a caning around here, so had a good couple of goes at him. But he drove smart, drove clean, and there was as much as we could do. And of course, the second race just gone. I knew Jamie would be hard to beat. Obviously, going into there, that was one objective is obviously to beat Frosty for Jamie, and obviously to try and clinch the championship. And when Jamie got by, it was sort of one of those things that we had a good car at the time early in the race, and had a good go down into Honda, which Frosty was good, and we got through there, and we managed to pull a gap, which when you pull a gap around here, you expect it to sort of close back up at the end of the race because of tyre life, but our cars worked really well throughout the race, and it was a credit to our guys to get 2 strong cars. Look, we've had a great day. 2 seconds, you can't be too displeased with that. It's something that's we had a good crack at both races, and we've had some good. We come away with some good points, and tomorrow will be a brand new day.
Well done. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll grab a quick word from Frosty down there at the end. You're looking a bit glum today. It's been a long championship for yourself as well, and at one point you were a serious contender.
Thanks, mate. Thank you. It was. It's been a tough year. We've had good cars, and our team deserves some credit for how well we started the year. I think it's a tough championship. We fell away a little bit in that middle bit, and it got tough. And then sometimes you can luck the setup and go forward, and sometimes you can just dig yourself deeper. And we probably dug ourselves a bit deeper, but now I think we're starting to come back out of it. Good speed at Bathurst, brush over the Gold Coast, and good speed here. So we're getting there, but tough year. You've got to be good for 12 months. We weren't, and now we've got to finish off strong.
Great to see the qualifying speed back, first and foremost. Loved the aggression trying to go around the outside in the first race today. Talk us through that move. Yeah,
just try to have a crack. So not as much grip as what the other cars probably had through there. So I was struggling through one, and then you go a bit deeper, a bit wider, struggle a bit more. So it was, had a crack, but come out 7th, which was fine. I think I could have got back to 5th. And then, took all that grass from turn 1 to 2 and brought in the pits, and the boys pulled it out and kept pulling it out, and there was a lot in there. So engine was about to go kaput, so we stopped and, wait for a safety car. It didn't come out. So anyway, had a crack and, finished in 2nd, 3rd. Doesn't matter. If you don't win, you're disappointed. So just going to have a go, try and win races. That's where we're at.
Well done today. Let's open it back up to the media.
First, Scott, the Volvo's had some tyre issues this year, some wear issues, and Phillip Island always accentuates those, but it looked like it was actually hanging onto its rubber pretty well. Is this a breakthrough, or is it something specific to here?
Yeah, look, I think we've been working on that the last few races. I think we've been getting better and better. Obviously, Bathurst, Gold Coast, we've always been there or thereabouts, but I think today I maybe pushed a little bit too hard at the start. I was just trying to manage my gap with Lownsy, and we were probably pretty fast at the start there, looking at the times in the Savo's race. So I think for us to manage to hold the tyres on and not get past whatever, it's pretty good. And I think, yeah, like you said, it's a breakthrough. But I think we're just learning for next year, trying to get that better. And I think we've found a good spot.
Jamie, you will now stand alone as the 6-time touring car come V8 champion. Can you just talk about, well, not so much what it means, but the fact that, I mean, that pretty much guarantees that you're going to be enshrined as an all-time great now. Enshrined, not entombed.
I honestly, I don't know what to say. I'm a bit lost for words. Holding that trophy above my head at the end of the year is going to be unbelievably sweet. So looking forward to that. It's great to have feel like I've got a bit of a breather now. There's a lot of pressure being off the shoulders, so I can sort of just have fun for the next 3 race days from here to the end of the year. But as I say, I don't fully understand what that number means. I haven't looked into it enough. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Obviously, the people the drivers that have come before me have done an unbelievable job. So to stand amongst them is one thing, which I'm pretty proud of.
Chad tried to, on this point, you sort of avoided a little bit, and that was the question about whether you'd ever run out of motivation to keep racing this championship and winning them, and whether you might look to another category race somewhere else. What do you think about that, Jamie?
Well, yeah, over the years, the motivation comes and goes, but it's never been as high as it is right now. For some reason, new engineer, things are fresh at the moment for some reason. You don't know what you got with the car. Things started to normalise back in the 11, 12 sort of period where we pretty much had one set up and around we went and went to each race meeting. Still absolutely loved the racing side of things, but it was all fairly... it was like going on the same job every day at the same desk, So, yeah, but certainly since then, the category have done a great job to spice things up. The racing's more competitive, better than it's ever been. I look at the rest of the world and it's some of the some of the best racing that I've seen all over the world. And I'm very patriotic. I love Australia as well. So, yeah, I can't see myself moving anywhere else. I love my racing more now than I ever have. And then there's another major curveball coming into effect in a couple of years as well with different cars also. So I think the category are doing a great job keeping it fresh for not just me and the drivers, but everyone. The thousands of people in pit lane, keeping it fresh, keeping it moving. We don't want to go into the point where it's a lottery, the chook raffle. We don't want the racing to get into that side of things, but we certainly want curveballs thrown at us with tyres, different strategies, different twilight events, the whole lot like that. But yeah, as I said, they've done a great job keeping it fresh.
Frosty, this is pretty brutal. Obviously, yourself up there is sort of runner-up, so apologies for lengthening this out. But, I mean, the nature of the championship, as Jamie's got further and further ahead, I'm guessing has made it a bit easier for you to come to grips with missing out, or are you a shattered man up there?
Oh, you don't just blame one round. We were bad for a patch there, so it's disappointing because this was the best start we've ever had. So but when there was a point there at a couple of rounds where you lost points, but if you had a quick car, it didn't matter. But the fact that other teams jumped us and we dropped behind a bit, that was the concern. But it's disappointing. But again, you finish off. It's a Triple Eight car first in the points, Triple Eight car third, and a Triple Eight car fourth. You're doing a good job because you're sort of breaking it like the last couple of years we have as a team, and we've just got to get better. We just keep improving. We did it at the start of the year. We know we can beat them, but they're very good. If you just fall behind a little bit, it can just be massive consequence. And we had 5 rounds back to back that we just continued to go down. So here's what it is. You deal with it. But it was the best chance we had so far.
And Jamie, Phillip Island's not the biggest place. How do you celebrate tonight, mate? Steak at the RSL or?
Yeah. The Isle of Wight, but that's burnt down, isn't it? As I said, I wish I could start the party now, but there's a lot of pride on the line tomorrow, and of course in Sydney. So we're fairly good at that. With these back-to-back races, you win a huge event like the Gold Coast, and then you got to back up 2 weeks later. So we're good at bottling our emotions and our celebrations till the right time, and that's certainly Sunday night at Homebush. That's always a big night, and I think it'll be as big as it's ever been. Then we all rock up at the gala really hungover and try to get through.
Final call. No more takers. Just to give you a bit of an update for the championship, obviously number one's fairly sewn away, but that fight for second's really on. Just about 44 points separating Mark Winterbottom now and Craig Lowndes, and Scott McLaughlin down at 8th has closed within 50 of 7th. That's James Courtney. So we'll come back tomorrow, and congratulations once again, Jamie.